Hi there and welcome to Type or Text. In Adobe Illustrator, Type is very easy to use and set up until you make it very complicated and you add too many things, but practically easy. In this video, we're going to start creating a postcard or a brochure if you like, something like this, and we are going to expand on it in the next videos. For this, let's choose the postcard over here. I will click and I'll show it's a really very special postcard. Maybe it was meant to be used as a, landscape, cut it in half. I'm not sure. So let's change the dimensions here. I will come to document over here and change from point to inches. So I'm assuming I'm going to send this to the print. And of course, I'm going to edit the artboards. Here, 7, not so good. Let's put 5.5 by 4 inches. That will work fine in some countries. Actually, it's pretty cool this size. I want to create the first background. For that, I'm going to use half of the artboard plus half an inch. Okay, so I'm going to create a segment just in the middle and of course, center it. Okay, then come to the XY. Notice here the transform is the position according to the center. Then I'm going to add plus 0.5. And here you are. Pretty cool. So it's over here. If you don't like it, then you can change its position before start drawing your rectangle as a background. So I'm going to come over to intersect and then draw back to intersect. Remove the stroke. You don't want a stroke here. Okay, and the fill, let's start with this color. Then go to the color mixer and reduce a bit from here. Increase a bit from here and reduce a bit from here. Actually, let me reduce this one and increase this one. Okay, the way you would like. I like this color. I like this kind of colors, by the way. This guy, the one we used as separator, remove it, go to our layers and lock this layer so we don't move it around. Now, of course, we don't have any layer to work on, so we need to create a new layer. Let's go back to properties. Now, the type tool is just over here. It's a T. Surprisingly, you can long click on it and you have very many options that you can use here, a variant if you like. We are interested in the type tool. The first thing you can do is just click. And you have now what we call a point text. It's just a line and it doesn't give you any paragraphs. So it's just continuous until you press enter on the main keyboard. And then here you are, you can have another line and another line, which actually I do not recommend at all. The point text should be mainly used for a single line, few words only, not paragraphs, not enters and stories like this. So I'm going to remove all this and write something we need. We're going to write we provide. Now, if you press the command key, you're back to the black arrow and you can click and drag it and position it the way you would like. To edit it, just click inside and start editing and adding the words that you want, deleting, like a simple word processor, but very simple. Let's go for the selection tool here. And to increase the font size or decrease it, you can come over and play around with it. But that won't be professional. That won't be nice, to tell you the truth. I never do it. What you want to do is to use the character panel in the properties here and increase the font size just from here. For example, I'm going to make it 17, something like this. Now I would like to add more text. I will go back to this text tool or the type tool. Click. I'm making a point now, a point text, and write modern business. But actually, I don't want modern business in this kind of case. This is, sentence case. I want it all uppercase. To do that, you can come to the character here and you have the 3 dots, which means more options. Click on it and you have here very many options you can play with. And you want to use the all caps. Okay, these are of interest to me. All caps or typing normally and the small caps. That's small caps. That's all caps. Cool. That's what I want exactly. Fine. So I'm going to increase the font a bit. Okay, that's cool. Let's add more. And now we want to add a single word, which is solution. So notice now it came in uppercase. Not because my keyboard was on the uppercase. That's because it retained the options that you already put. So it is all caps. So make sure that, you remember that it's all caps. I'm cool with it. I want this. Then I go back and increase the font now to join the other word. Okay. I think that will do. Well aligned. I'm gonna change the color now to white. Pretty nice. Modern business also we can change it to white. I need to add more text, so I will come to the text tool, click here, and now it's really very big. So I'm gonna reduce the size here. I could have done this before I click, but then I was negligent. Now we want to write, we will help you grow your dream business. Okay, so I'm gonna type it. That's very fine. Okay, there is a mistake. I'm gonna double click and write you. Okay, then this is not exactly what I want. First of all, I have the option here, all capital. I'm gonna remove it. And actually, I don't want this text to go on one line. I want it like a paragraph, you know, have the ability to have 2-3 lines, or, you know, format it in a kind of paragraph. The way to convert a point text to an area text, that's what is called here. If you come over here, you read area type text. It's very easy. You come over to the text with your selection tool, and if you click once on this circle here, it says double click to convert to area text, and it disappears very fast. So I'm gonna double click, and then I can click around on the delimiter box, and you notice now it's a kind of a box, and inside it there is a paragraph that you can actually, you know, format the way you would like. I'm gonna put it just over here. Okay, fine, I like that. I'm gonna reduce a bit the font. Okay, 9 is okay for me, or 8, 9 will be better. Yes, I'm gonna push it off to here. Over here, I'm gonna add 2 paragraph text. I need them. So the best way to create area type or paragraph, you click and drag, and it fills it with all kind of junk for lorem ipsum. You can come over and now create a new paragraph if you like, waiting for the text to come from the customer. And then you can just arrange it, put it the way you would like. Let's reduce the font. Now, in reality, when you have paragraphs like this that you want people to read, don't go below 8. Better is 10. But for our purpose here, demo, we're gonna put it at 8. Okay? I'm gonna try to align it, you know, to fit a bit in the middle. Let's add something interesting here. Come to text, and I'm gonna add a point. We are writing what we do. And that's fine as size. Maybe I'll make it a bit smaller. I will show you why. And then come over to a rounded rectangle here, rounded rectangle, and draw a rounded rectangle. Put the fill to white, okay? And actually take it to back. So I say arrange, send to back. Now notice it's sent to the back of this layer, not the whole document. Okay, only this layer. So it's working very fine. And let's add, you know, just adjust it just like this. Okay, let's add something small. I'm gonna zoom in, come over and choose the polygon, click here, and I want 3 sides. And here, this is my polygon, 3 sides. I'm gonna rotate it. Okay, pressing shift, then just move it over here and make it much smaller. And now it looks good. Okay, so if I click out, notice, pretty cool. You can select both of them. And of course, you know, shape builder tool and make them one shape. Of course, you can choose the character. You can merge with the characters. Okay, so that was fun. Fine. So here we are going to add a line. Okay, make a nice brochure. Customer will be happy, make some money, stories like this. Okay. Now, one recommendation here. If you're using the stroke, make sure whatever color you give it, you have a background color here that's going to be printed. If you go down to a thin stroke, it might not appear, or worse, it can be mixed with the background, so the ink is not really taking on the print. You want to give it certain volume, okay? 0.5 will be nice, and I'm gonna put it at 1 point to make sure it's printed. It's gonna be thick, but it's okay. Fine. Let's add a couple of words. So I'm gonna go for the text tool, click and say contact us, and click down there. I write the phone number 001 265 and 555 or 666 895, whatever. Okay. Now, of course, I can come over here and bold this text, but I do not recommend it. You can come to the font and bold it from here. Now, let's make this one white. Fill, we're gonna make it white, and we're gonna select everything right? Except these guys here. I'm not gonna select these. I'm gonna align them to the left. And look, have a grand view. Did we do a good job? Actually, we did. We used the text very nicely, and we created some nice things and so on. Of course, you can change the colors and do what you like. But I did everything in one single font. This is the default font for Adobe. It is Myriad Pro. This is the latest default font. Because in the next video, I'm going to show you how to work with font and how to bring in thousands of fonts if you want from Adobe and the one you have on your system. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next video.